And this delayed historical commission now. I will call the meeting to order, and as far as preliminary matters go, I'll pass it over to JG for protocol.
10, 11?
Yeah.
All right. Barry Dorsey,
Present.
Karen Waligorski,
Here.
Dalton Villette, Mary Cartwright, Errol Waligorski, Scott Phillips,
Here.
Maureen Hogue, Jill Roberts, Susan Stanish, Councilmember Craycraft.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve.
Motion and second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the agenda passes. Public comment?
We have someone online.
Okay.
Mary Kay Brennan. Mary, can you hear us? Mary Kay?
So it's not Mary Kay, it's Matthew Plachak.
Oh, okay. Matthew.
I'm not sure. That's my assistant, so this is her Zoom account.
If we had some technical difficulties and we're running 10 minutes behind schedule.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, go ahead and go grab a cup of coffee or something, and we
Sure.
will, if you could just check in with us in about 10 minutes.
That sounds great. I'll just mute my mic and then I'll just stay online.
Okay, I'm going to promote you to panelists so you have the ability to, I'm going to send that message right now, so you have the ability to share a screen and so we can see you. Okay, there you go. Perfect, we'll see you in 10 minutes.
Excellent. Well, I think now I can pass it over to our first guest.
Oh, thank you. I would like to thank you for allowing me to come today. I'm Mary Peebles and a member of the Indian Peaks chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, or DAR. I am the current chapter chair for our historic preservation. My purpose today is to give you information on DAR and see if there are any historic projects or preservation efforts that we may be able to collaborate on. Our organization was founded in 1890 with the mission of promoting historic preservation, education, and patriotism. As a nonprofit 501c3 non-political volunteer women's service organization, we are dedicated to the mission of promoting patriotism, preserving American history, and securing America's future through better education. Our DAR volunteer work is accomplished by the grassroots efforts of local chapters. All members are encouraged to become involved in DAR's mission in their local community. DAR is also proud to sponsor local community historic preservation efforts by providing $250,000 in grants annually to organizations that are categorized by the IRS as 501c3 public charities or 501c3 private operating foundations. The DAR's historic preservation grants provide financial assistance for projects that preserve historic records, objects, and sites. Examples include restoration of historic buildings, digitization or preservation of documents and records, preservation of historic items and artifacts, restoration, rededication, or relocation of existing historic site markers, cemetery headstones, and monument conservation. Projects from all eras and chapters of American history are eligible to apply. The maximum grant is $10,000, and smaller grants are encouraged. Please note that each application must be accompanied by a letter from a sponsoring DAR chapter or state organization. Examples of our local chapter efforts include helping to relocate the pillars on the Road of Remembrance in Lafayette. The current location, as you know, is on Highway 287 and Arapahoe. Instead of being torn down to widen the intersection, the pillars will be removed to the southwest corner of 95th and Arapahoe. Another project is having a historic marker placed for Mary Elizabeth Trebbing, who was from Louisville. She was a wasp in World War II and killed in action. Thank you so much for your time and also your preservation efforts. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any additional questions. Jill Roberts has my contact information.
Wonderful.
I have a question. It said they need to be, the organization needs to be a 501c3. Which
Yes.
so far we are not as a part of town.
That's what I was told. You have to be, you need to be a public charity or a private operating. We're set up through the federal government and we have to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not Googling, I just picked up on that and I thought, ooh, I wonder if that, at
What is
this
your
time,
legal?
would qualify us.
Because we're a municipality.
We're a municipality.
Government.
You can- Yeah, I
We would need to partner probably with a nonprofit
Yeah.
that would lead a project.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's good to know. That's some food for thought. I mean, that's kind of come up a couple of times in the past, just kind of our current structure and lack of 501c kind of guidance. But that's all really good to know, because I know, I mean, I'm sure we would be interested in partnerships and how we can be of assistance and collaborate.
There's talk about Superior Rising
Mm-hmm.
kind of serving as a nonprofit, both for,
Everything.
SCFD, potential CAPS, Marshall Fire Remembrance. Is that potential?
I was just putting it on my notes to ask Matt about.
Okay.
If not, it's another reason for a 501c3.
Yeah.
Because I think you sit on many commissions and lead and liaise to many that this would be helpful for. So yeah, I'll put it on my notes and we'll keep in touch.
Wonderful.
Because it's a legal thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we get that.
And we don't want to waste anyone's time.
Yeah.
I had made the suggestion that to Mary in our various correspondence and discussions, any application we would do would come in the end of next October,
Mhm.
and then would be decided, so that would be May 2027.
Okay.
We answer the nonprofit question, and then go on the agenda with brainstorming for some ideas to pursue if we can do that.
Sounds good.
Plan. So, and I do have some documentation that I will leave with you, JG, to facilitate the conversation with Matt.
Okay, wonderful.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you much. You can say as long as you would like. You can.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you so much for your time. Greatly appreciate
Hey,
it.
no problem. Look forward to working with you guys.
Thank you. Have a nice rest of your day.
Yes, that was, she was a visitor.
That's November's
Last opening,
Yeah.
Jill and I we just had such a good time.
And then she went to Grasso and went in the barn and
Oh,
really
wonderful.
dug in, so,
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll need to have further conversations, especially with how we can work with Superior Rising potentially for this. Because, I mean, this has come up a couple of times now, I think.
Jill, it's just making sure she knows that we're, due to our rush, we kind of cut off the water there, but we're really
Yeah.
interested in.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
send her a thank you note when we're done, so.
We can include that for correspondences.
Yep, and Mary, I'll take care of that one, since I've already got a
Right.
chain going.
Okay, thank you. But with that, are we all set? We can move on to Matthew.
Matthew, can you hear us?
Mason, I'm sure she's-
Excellent.
All right.
There we go.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Everyone, this is Matthew,
Hi,
Hi,
Matthew.
not Mary Kay.
So I'm the artist who's going to create the bronze sculpture for the minor memorial monument. And I'm not sure if you have actually seen any of these renderings.
I did send them out in their pre-package for this meeting, so they did receive the 2 renderings that you sent me.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen, and then if you can see it, let me know.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, So we have two different renderings. They both kind of reflect some of the notes that you had, but what I wanted to do is basically open this up for discussion, and I can take notes and we can dial in, you know, what your comments are and how we can best render this to then create the bronze sculpture. So this first one, the figure itself is 6 feet tall, and both of the bronzes will have what I call a multi-patina. So it kind of gives a little dimension to it, where you have, you know, different colors of the patina, and you can, you know, just kind of see the clothing a little bit better. And we incorporated on this one the shovel instead of the axe, and the gentleman, as you can see, is a little older, a little tired, and this one is, I would say, essentially symmetrical. So, and then the next one is more like he's kind of walking from the mine. So, yeah, I think just if you want to take a look, and if you have looked and have any comments, I'm open to the discussion at this point.
Do you wanna see the other one
Yeah.
first?
Yeah,
Let's
let's
look
look
at
at the other one.
Sure.
Look at the other one and then maybe open it up.
So here's the second one.
Now, the second one doesn't have on bib overalls, is that right? He's got just a shirt and pants.
Right. Yeah, and then he could have like suspenders and the clothing. I just wanted to give you different options because we kind of saw that clothing was different in each, you know, all the photographs that we've looked at and the photographs that you sent also. So,
Exactly, so that suggested
okay.
a wider square one.
Oh, yeah.
Eastern Europeans tend to.
Okay.
My second reaction is the lunch pail
The
is,
lunch.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
But I like
But
the motion.
I like the
in-
motion,
In the
yeah.
second figure.
I feel like this one's engaging.
Mhm.
Like he's
Yeah,
coming
so
with
you want
us.
the round aluminum one, right?
Mhm. That we could send a picture of.
Yeah,
To
that's-
be
We
the
could send a
example.
picture of the lunch pail.
The one that we have on
And a
display at
shovel, too, that
ASTI.
wouldn't be any
Yeah,
good problem.
yeah. I just like what this one emotes, and I don't know how to put what it emotes. I just like it.
I like both of them. I like
Yeah.
the fact that he's just stalwart, the first one.
He's taking
I
a
like the
stance.
symmetricality of the first one, but this one is also good.
Yeah, I kind of like this one a little bit more because I feel like it's also a little bit different. I feel we don't see as many statues kind of, at least in memorial, showcasing movement too.
Motion, yeah.
Yeah, but I do agree, I mean, with the shovel and the lunch pail, those were immediately the two things that jumped to mind, but I think those are relatively easy changes. Otherwise, I'm really impressed with this. I really like this
Yeah,
design a lot.
Yeah, I like the older face, as you say, the tired face.
We'll talk
It's a
more
hard
about
job.
the face, is it too glum?
Matthew, are you able to zoom in so we can see the face a little bit closer in? A look, so we can see the detail of it.
Yeah, let me navigate this. Whoops. Sorry.
I have the photo open myself if you want me to try, but it looks
Okay.
like,
Because I think we're seeing a lot of shadows there, and it might not be quite as severe in reality there.
It pixelates a little bit,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Can you see it a little bit better?
that's great.
He's gonna have a lot of expression in his eyes, and feel like for something like this, the face is going to tell the whole story.
Yeah.
And, you know, you want to just look at his face and just see that this is a hard job. And it's taking a lot out of you to go there daily. And for me, that's kind of the feeling I get with this whole piece.
Mm-hmm. What I really like here too is how different it is from the other minor statue that's close to target. It's like the
Oh, yes.
mood, the facial expression, very, very different. And I think with the kind of almost dourness and expression and somber quality too, it's fitting for a memorial that's dedicated to the lives of these miners that were lost.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think they're both great and both evoke that.
Mm-hmm.
Attire, do you want to talk a little more about what attire you prefer between the two?
I like the attire of the other one. For some reason, that reminds me of the pictures we see most frequently.
Yeah,
But when I
there's a lot of
look,
overalls,
yeah, when you kind of divide it, I think it's half and half, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it
Well, again, we
total
talk so much
overalls?
about the overall,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
statues, most of the statues seem to have bib overalls,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
whereas this
I like
guy
that
is wearing.
Yeah.
But,
he's a
I like
different
the
one.
attire on this one better.
Mhm.
yeah, not, you know, it's maybe it's hard to tell because some are so dark, but it definitely is not 100% overalls by any means with that photo.
Nope.
One other
Yeah,
question,
stupid.
if you like the overalls, you also had commented that you liked the tall boots with the pants tucked in. I just wanted to throw that back out there because the other one has the pants tucked
Yeah,
in.
but can you do that with the overalls?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was asking.
Honestly, as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned,
Mhm. Yep,
that
right there.
stuff's all artistic preference as long as we're accurate on the historic parts.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to defer to the artist on
Yeah.
style.
You had, it was in the notes that I
Yeah.
submitted. I think someone had said last time,
Mm.
that y'all liked the pants in, but I don't know. I think now that you're seeing.
Oh, if we do the pants tucked in the taller boots with the overalls, I don't think that would be a problem. Is that something that you would typically see with the overalls?
Yep.
I would assume that they would tuck their pants in so they don't get them caught on
Yeah,
something.
it seems to be, again,
It's
it's kind of
mixed,
split,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. What I like is that it shows the boots.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it
Okay.
shows more of what,
The attire.
yeah.
Yeah. We could.
And then you wouldn't, if we do the overalls, you would not want the coat then, correct?
Correct.
Overalls, no coat,
Correct.
tucked in boots.
I still like this one.
And then with the movement
With
of
the jacket and
the
not the
second to
overalls.
the tail.
I think they're both good.
They're both exceptional. The fact that
Yeah.
we're talking about
We're
this
nitpicking.
nitpicking
Yeah.
is a really good sign, right?
I don't know.
So it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the relative attire of the first one, movement and pale with the second one.
Mm-hmm. My apologies with the shovel.
Hand boots.
You're not going to pick up much coal. You might dig a tree. But I do like the movement. I feel like that it's a little more storytelling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether he's going to work or coming from work, we have to think about it when we look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we can probably send some photos. I think this could be a good reference photo right
I
here, the
did
couple.
send that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was assuming that's why that hat and the light are accurate. It's because that photo
Yeah.
was available.
And then a picture of the lunch pail and maybe a shovel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And JG, if you're responding back, I think the lunch pail's on catalog it, so you can grab the picture there.
Wow, there we go, all right.
That might be our first,
Already- I
There we
know.
go. Catalog it. I love it.
I'm 99%
Do you
sure.
think it would have any, just, there are lots of different kind of boots out there. Do you think you would have any resources that would show some different boots that we could model?
I would almost do a picture, I think a picture of
This
that
one-
picture gives
There's
so many
Yeah,
options.
there's a lot of boots here.
We're-
But I don't know
Matthew,
if
we're
you can
pointing
see
at
them up real
a
close.
picture in our meeting room that shows all the different varieties, so.
Matthew,
Okay.
did I send you, it's a giant, horizontal group photo of a whole bunch of miners. Did
Yeah, I think you did, yes.
That's what we're looking at in this room. We have it
Okay.
printed really big, large in here. And I think, I know it's kind of dark, especially down towards
They're
the-
mostly looking like Red Wing style work boots
But
without
that
steel
might
toes.
be all we have to reference.
Okay.
Have the big
Well,
round
they-
toe.
Okay, but that will, I'll look at that again.
And Larry's saying hard-toed,
Toe, yeah.
hard-toed, hard,
What kind of
Hold
toe?
the hard toe.
not a frog.
Hard toe.
Hard-toe.
They look a lot like
Okay.
a standard Red Wing style work boot for the era.
Okay,
Now, are those boots laced up, so to speak, tight?
Yeah.
Or some
yeah.
of them sort of,
No, they're tight laced.
Okay.
At least the ones where you can see the eyes. They
Yeah.
also have the
yeah, and that's what we want.
the hook
Yeah.
lacing for the Red Wing style.
So we want laces? Is that
Oh, I don't know.
what we're saying?
But they do have laces. They're Red Wing. A lot of them are Red Wing style.
They're just-
With
Wally
eye
said
hooks.
yes, Larry says no.
Well, I think
So-
they're just describing what the
Oh.
boots look.
Yeah.
But on this one,
Yes.
would you want laces?
I guess that would depend on how hard that would be to actually put laces in it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the laced
Over to
ones
the
like that,
artist on that one.
the laced ones like that aren't tucked because usually you don't tuck your pants in those tight laced
Yeah.
boots.
Yeah.
Good point.
See, and then if you have the pants on the inside and it's not laced up tight, then you have to worry about
Yep.
debris falling into your boots.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So no laces.
We can get
No
carried
laces.
away on this, I think.
yeah, we don't need to
Yeah.
be hyper.
Boil the ocean.
It's just a bronze statue that's gonna live forever.
All right.
So, Michael, I have a question.
This afternoon,
Matthew.
so
The
it's really
man
not-
can express his individuality.
Matthew, I have a question. So the finished product would have that kind of brass gold patina to it then? Is that?
so the finished product would, since we're talking to this type of attire, this would be kind of like, almost like a darker champagne color. It's shown here as a little silver, but we can do it a little, we can do it any color. But I just think this could be just a little bit on the champagne color side, almost like his face a little bit. But that would be lighter, and you would really see the shirt, and then you would have more of a traditional dark bronze for the overalls, and then
That's good.
his arms would be the same color as his face. It's not rendered that way, but they would be.
Okay. And so it wouldn't be that dark that we see on the statue so often, like the one by Target?
Right.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah, the pants would be, or the overalls could be like a darker bronze, yeah. And the hat, or helmet. And then maybe we do his boots in charcoal, but you're suggesting we look at the boots and do not do laces, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they're tucked, yeah.
Yeah.
And what I'll do with this whole, the second step in this process is we can, we'll modify the rendering, and then I'd like to send it to you, and either we can do a Zoom, or you can say, oh, this looks great, we don't need another Zoom for the rendering, and we can get started on it. So, but if we need another Zoom, I'd love to do it again. But I think that way we get everything dialed in so you know what you're getting, there are no surprises. Because I like to create it really close to the rendering. I mean, if there's something a little different as far as like the side or something with pockets, that's more artistic. But the general overall feel, we like to stay as true as we can.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think that's good. How long do you think it would take to make the new rendering?
Oh, just a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So, their next meeting is on Friday, December 19th. They will be deciding today if they're meeting or not. There's some optional meeting opportunities for the month of December for our advisory groups. So I will stay in touch with you. If for some reason they don't meet, we could send it out through email.
Okay.
Otherwise, if they do meet, we can absolutely have you back.
Okay. And then can you remind me, what's the installation timeline for this?
As far as budget is concerned,
Yeah.
it would need to be installed no later than December 31st, 2026.
Okay. We're 100% good on that.
Okay.
So we can definitely make that timeline. The sooner that we get, I'd like to start on this right away as soon as we can kind of agree on the rendering. So if you do send this out, if we get this rendering to you, say after Thanksgiving, and you would be willing to just kind of send it out, and everyone's like, we love it, let him kind of start with it. We might have a few tweaks, and maybe I could get the armature going, at least get that started. And then if we want to tweak it in our meeting, we can, or just kind of play it by ear like that. But the armature, I can start on, get some of the foam on him, and kind of start carving away a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that works.
that sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to do this. I think it's going to be a cool, very cool piece, and I can't wait to sculpt his face.
Agreed. Yeah, this looks excellent. I mean, thank you again so much for your work with us. I know we're all really excited, and I know in particular, Larry, this has been a long gestating project to finally actually come along.
That's great, great. Well, do you have any other questions for me? I can let you continue with your meeting if you don't.
I'm all good questions-wise.
I'm good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you all very much. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
Thank you as well.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Bye.
He does kind of look a little bit like Larry if Larry had spent his life working in the
I thought it looked like Teddy Roosevelt or something.
I can see a bit of that, yeah. Haggard Roosevelt out in the Badlands.
Larry could play Teddy.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's very exciting.
Bunch of cows.
I know. All right. So I think now we can move on to work plan check-in for the discussion items. Completion of the 2026 annual work plan.
Oh, boy.
All right. We have beast of a document here.
Run, Wally, tell you so.
But first I want to open it up, see anyone have any sort of questions, comments, concerns with this. I know Gigi had sent this out previously, and I think we all have a copy of this now in front of us too.
Let's see, there was something different.
I just suggest starting at
It's okay.
1A and see, go down the
Yeah,
line.
Yeah.
I'm happy to make edits if we stay in order, it's easier for me
Yeah.
not to jump around.
So anything in ongoing programming 1?
Yes, I had a few questions there. First off, big picture, were we going to look at or try to do or coordinate anything with the 250th anniversary of the the Declaration of Independence, and also with the 150th,
Yeah.
125th
150.
150.
Yeah.
250,
Centennial State.
150, yeah.
So that is in B a little
It's under
bit.
B already, I just missed seeing it. Is it named there? It's tiny on my phone.
It is named.
It's a
Oh, there it is, yeah, it
Yeah.
does say it.
Where is it?
I just missed it.
One
B,
B.
It's specified under B, so check then.
B, Larry.
Huh?
B,
1B.
1B.
Mine wouldn't be, and it doesn't say anything like that.
It does in the 2026 plan, not the
Thank
2025.
you.
Oh, yeah.
I know I'd seen it at home, I didn't
Um,
have that covered.
So then my next
Do you have
question.
the, I'm sorry, do you have the clean copy?
Yes, I have the one I picked up at the end of the.
This is the 2025 work plan.
This is
Did I not
2025.
send, did I print out the
Nope.
wrong?
I'm
Yep.
looking at 25, that's,
The paper one is 2025.
No.
I don't have what's up there.
Let's
Yeah, it
print
is.
it
Okay.
very quickly.
Because I was like, oh.
I'm fine with it on the screen myself.
No, because you had mentioned that, and I was like, I swear I saw that. Like 250 and 150.
Yeah, I mean, it's particularly small on my
Oh, yeah.
screen. It's like smaller font than the other font in here. And
So, while this is printing, go ahead and converse, and I'll be right back.
Are we being recorded while we
talk among
converse?
yourselves, huh?
so my other question was about the cemetery tours. I know we mentioned them like under Q4 for like an annual October-ish tombstone type tour, but do we want to specify or include in our programming or our museum stuff a plan to have more regular
Quarterly openings.
openings?
I thought that was in here too.
That's
If
it.
I remember.
If it's in there, I also did not,
Yeah, that's on,
because I don't have track changes in here. There's one place with red text, and then everywhere
oh, are
else
you
I
not on the
usually-
clean version?
No, even if it's changed, I don't know where the changes are. That's what I'm saying. So I have to like spot check for them.
Okay.
And I did not see the
Yeah.
So
cemetery.
while
I
I'm
would
waiting,
like to say that perhaps we should tentatively schedule the tours on the same day as the museum open house.
Agreed.
That way, if you have to cancel for weather, you have 3 options to work with in 1 quarter. But you could say it's tentative. And once we have the scroll and stroll up, then you can easily see how they all relate. I will explain how we checked out all the walking options later, but I thought it would be good just for a tentative schedule. We could plan on having people around to lead the tours.
Yeah, I definitely
I
think,
agree with that.
yeah, that's a good
JG
option.
sent out that proposal for the 4 times a year, and there were various reactions to it, and I was one that thought maybe, well, I think, now I'm thinking that maybe it's okay to go ahead and do them on those 4 dates that coincide with the opening of the
Yeah.
museums, and we can, if we have to go with the skeleton crew, then
Yeah.
that's what we'll have to do.
But you're saying that is in the plan somewhere and I just couldn't spot it
It
again?
was in one of the iterations, but I'm not seeing it in this final
I
one.
think it's under.
But I'm also seeing the tombstone tour is not in the final one.
Yeah.
I saw
I
it.
almost
The
think
clean
that-
copy that I'm
Well,
looking
I don't
at.
think we
I
need the
just opened the
tombstone
one that
tour
was
if
in
we have
the
more
invitation.
every year.
I'm seeing
Yeah.
the mention of the cemetery 2H, but it's dealing with like collection and asset management.
Yeah, I
which is
saw that
just-
one.
Yeah.
And when I go to fourth quarter,
Yeah, I don't have that.
yeah, it's not in the fourth quarter.
Alrighty,
Well,
Maureen.
that's Maureen.
Then I
October,
thought
November,
perhaps we should ask a local like Jack Bowes to help conduct the tour. They have family buried there and know much about it.
I'll be-
The visitors would like to talk to a relative. the way we will have Kevin Eggleston taking pictures later today. I don't know if Jack
I don't
would
need a
be
paper copy.
available, but you're back to the tentative.
Okay, this is the clean copy that was emailed out.
Okay. Yeah, I like that idea.
That's
I mean,
a
we'll
really good
definitely
idea.
want
Well,
additional
Maureen
help with the
suggested
cemetery.
that,
I think,
when we have the
open
tours,
museum days.
to see if
Yeah.
someone like Jack Bowes would help.
Having Jack Bowser would be good, I think,
Yeah.
because, you know, he
With
he
his
put in
family
that,
there.
that
It was
recent,
interesting.
the new recent one for his great grandmother, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if you wanna put a mark through the other one so we don't get them all mixed up.
Yes.
My third question and last question regarding programming is, did we want to explicitly make some kind of connection between our ongoing goals, whether under programming or otherwise, with the kind of the broad sections in the town plan that's being updated, so that we have a direct connection to some of those one or two town plan objectives that concerned us?
Well, I'll share with you.
Yeah.
Are there any extras, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if we're able to tie some of the verbiage
So
in
Maureen
with,
should have
Yeah.
gotten that via email. Okay.
yeah, I think that'd be good. Just to have kind of like harmony between the documents.
Right, and to demonstrate how we're
Yeah.
doing our part.
Okay. Any other kind of points or details as far as one programming goes?
Well, just 1C, continue to program digital screens. We would like to have the digital, we would like to have the
Dalton
screen
and I are on
there.
it. We're on it.
Yeah, so we have been, I think this was also a bit later in the agenda, but well, real quick, I will say, we're on it. JG and I are gonna be kind of taking over this, so I'll be working on it. The plan is to have at least kind of like some work done for the next meeting, so we can actually present kind of a draft of that, because I know we're all eager to get moving on this.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Item F,
Mhm.
the preservation plan. I'd like to make that like an A1. Because a lot of the things we bring up, it all says, well, how does that fit into a bigger plan? What do we do here? And then we tail off. So if we're gonna do the plan, I think we need to prioritize it. And if we're not, we need to be able to make decisions without having that be a caveat that stops us.
So move this up from F to basically 1A.
Mhm. Or just put it as high priority noted or something, because it seems to be a dependency
Yeah.
to other actions.
Do we reflect that under any of the quarterly planning?
I don't
Does it
know.
go-
Yeah, maybe that could.
That's a great suggestion, Scott. Yeah, move it into like our 1Q for next year.
Or
Yeah.
leave this, what about leaving this
Yeah.
there?
Yeah,
and then
leave it there, but-
One, and then just put it in there like, start it, get it
Yes,
going.
Yeah.
start in Q. Because again, it seems to be a dependency to
Mhm.
a lot of things that come up.
We do have in Q1 participated in color preservation in conference, typically held in January, February.
Yeah,
with
but that's a
breakdown.
conference, not
Yeah.
a plan
Mhm.
specific to our town historic sites.
Yeah,
And Scott, if I'm misstating this, I'm paraphrasing from the education you gave me,
No,
so,
you're
which was,
correct.
I thought, spot on.
Do we know if we have, speaking of the timing of that, do we know if the town budget would accommodate that, if we need funding to finance
Like a
that plan
consultant.
development? Yeah.
We would have had to put that request in already.
I thought we discussed that in our meeting with the town, so I was wondering
We
if,
did, but I don't think it's in the budget for 2026.
so, including for who are we coordinating with that? Wasn't CAPS? Or
It was
that kind
more
of
arts
thing?
and history.
Arts and history, yeah.
So I think that said, it could be that my budget might be able to pitch in towards
And we could seek,
a consultant,
we can
because
seek
I'm
grants.
interested in kind of the larger picture preservation plan.
So the question is, should we, if we're going to investigate, say, like a state historic fund grant to support part of the historic preservation plan side of it, those grants, I think, need to go in May or so for a fall funding. And so we need to stay on top of that and work with whoever the grant writers would be.
So, I don't know how her notes jive here, but she wanted to talk a little bit about stroll and scroll, so I assume that's still programming.
Yeah.
It's
So-
down, it is.
It's further down.
She sent me very specific notes on where she wanted it, and it is further down, I believe. And
Oh, yeah, communications E.
Okay.
Well, back to the original topic for timing of that plan. It sounds like we do need to put it in Q1
Yeah.
for at least setting the groundwork for it.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, set a direction.
So I'd be okay with, as far as kind of like an edit goes, it might not be the cleanest idea, but we could have kind of preservation as number one topic for Q1, and then as kind of an addendum, we have, because it's related, participate in the Colorado Preservation Inc., because they tie in together, or would you like that as like a separate bullet item underneath
It
it?
needs to be a separate bullet item because
Okay.
it's, Colorado Preservation Inc. Doesn't really relate to this at all.
Okay.
It's about setting up the preservation and arts plan, right? I don't remember the arts part of it, sorry, JJ. but-
yeah, and I hear you loud and clear, and I definitely would not want to postpone this longer than we would want, but we do have an annual preservation budget.
Right.
And in 2026, the whole of it will be used for the remainder payment for the minor memorial.
Which makes a lot of sense.
But 2027,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
there would be
But I think we
funding.
would need to know what it was to get into the budget planning
Right.
over the summer, so it goes in the budget for 2027.
But what I'm saying is, that's a recurring amount
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah, okay.
So there would be preservation funds in
27.
2027.
Okay, got it.
And that would be
It's not a net add.
correct.
Regardless, the action and goal for Q1 would be laying the groundwork for what is
Yeah.
needed again
Yeah.
for this, revisiting what's needed for this plan, so that the ask
Yeah, and Scott, I think
put together.
my gut says getting one of our a work group pulled together to do that and then come in January to come into the February meeting with that.
Subcommittee.
So, yeah.
Or work group,
Work
since
group,
it
yeah.
wouldn't be long-term.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, defining what the need is and the
Yep.
desired outcomes.
Okay.
And creating a timeline.
Timeline, yeah.
Yeah, because it could be that it takes a lot of, all of next year to actually put the framework
Together
together.
to get a quote for it. Yep,
you know.
exactly.
So do you think as far as a bullet item for first quarter, we could have the first one, creation of a work group to focus on the creation of a preservation plan?
Sure.
Okay.
So Dalton, are you taking notes and
I'm taking some notes,
will you
yeah.
and I do this
Sure,
separate?
yep.
Or do you want me to be typing live so that?
I'm
you
taking
can-
some notes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we can have that as kind of like a first bullet point for first quarter. Okay. Any other additional details as far as programming goes? All right, collection asset management.
Number A, in last year's, or in anyway, the words "with staff support" have been taken out. And does that mean we don't have Catherine anymore?
Oh, no, we do. We
Okay,
do.
so, because
So
that's
A,
continue working on collection management with staff support. was how it was before, and then that has been deleted, which really means Catherine, right? And you.
Anyone else?
In item B, the word is from, and I think you meant form, maybe?
Oh, yeah,
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 I bet you're right.
good catch.
yeah.
She's eagle.
Perfect. Any other items on collection and asset management? I noticed E is blank. Mhm.
Yeah, did you have something in mind for E, or was that just a? I just want to mention about your question under Add Bloomberg Connect in G. I think we've had various conversations about this, and several of us are like very excited about the possibility, but maybe we do need kind of an item to do, doesn't maybe have to be a work group, but just maybe to do more exploration and discussion about it during the year. It doesn't, I don't think we need to commit to, we're gonna do it by any means, but it might prove overkill for what we have, or it might not.
I think right now it's biting off too much to start before second half of next year.
For sure.
Love the idea,
Should I delete
but we
this?
need, I almost like after fourth quarter saying, long-term with no timing. Put it in the parking lot, it's in a parking lot, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't wanna lose sight of it, I just, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 200 items into cataloging,
Yeah.
500 items,
I know
and
that.
they don't have pictures and descriptions and,
That definitely comes first.
yeah. Because I think that also feeds the next piece, if we were to do Bloomberg, right? What are you showing, how are you grouping it?
Right.
So
How
if we
about
had
this?
for 20, perfect,
Oh,
perfect,
yeah.
love
That
it.
way we can kind of do more evaluation
Yeah.
activities.
Yeah, because I think it's a fabulous opportunity. I
Yeah.
just think we'd be biting it off and not getting anything done.
Right.
Spread too thin, that's.
Yep. Okay. I agree.
Good. Also, does anyone else have something before on number H? Jail cell concrete pad. We have voted on this and approved it at least 2 years ago. It's
And
still
we were
not done.
asked to delay and pause that because of all of the work on the path and
Yeah.
that hill.
Yeah,
But now that it's done,
that's
a good thing.
yeah.
So should we add just like and jail cell and concrete pad
Where? On
in
H.
H?
2H.
There is no E.
I
Now
don't
it's
have an
G,
H.
because
Oh,
we
yeah.
erased
Yeah.
E.
Yeah.
Because of the E.
Oh,
Grasso Park
it's
jail
the last
cell
item in this section.
Yeah.
and concrete pad.
Including-
Oh, sorry, which one are we talking about?
Right here, if you look at.
2H.
Not H?
It's G now. because-
Yeah, it's G.
And
It was H?
Yeah.
In installation of the concrete pad under the jail cell, something like that.
I was thinking about, what about an interpretive sign at the bump out on the path too?
That's more on the parks list.
Yeah, your
My-
your lollipop post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs, so that's something between, in the Parks and Rec department, and when we're ready to create it, I would run content by you, but I don't think it needs to be in here.
Okay.
That's more of my to-do list.
All right. Any other items for collection and asset management?
So I have a question on, from what is currently 4C. I see that as collection, not as fundraising. Review deferred donation carryovers, or is it donated dollars, not donated items?
It's dollars.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, because I took it as donated items.
For donation, maybe we could just add with, now we're
Monetary
jumping ahead.
donations,
Yeah,
yeah.
monetary donations.
Okay, I'm good then.
outreach and education.
I had one note for 3A.
Yep.
JJ, what's the name of the History Colorado network that we are a member of?
Affiliate network.
We should add that to 1A with those other ones.
I think that's a good idea. And
I'm still gonna need a lot of your notes.
That's okay.
I just barely got a few in there.
yeah. And Fuller Heritage Roundtable. Okay. Any other items? All right. On to fundraising. A. Nothing there. Strike that.
I think what I did is was trying to show where I had deleted off of the old one.
Yeah.
Tried to keep the lettering, so yeah, it obviously it's weird.
What is
The only one I had, the 4G act.
Do we have a fundraiser, a grant writer on staff?
We do, she's out on maternity leave through March,
Oh,
but yes, we do.
Okay. And I think Heather mentioned, I think the ACK is supposed to be track external grant opportunities.
What is D supposed to be?
Track.
very first words, track.
Yeah, I see the first word, but what is the first word?
Track,
Oh, okay, thank you.
you bet.
And then we added the monetary for clarification there. Any other
You're amazing, right?
additions? Yeah, and remove A. Okay.
So, we're going back. E is explore options to accept and manage monetary donations. And then we had D as the grants. Is that the exploring, like, superiorizing the 501? Or, is that
Maybe,
the type of
so maybe
action we
you're
would
thinking.
take? Putting an
some
action again in,
Or some clarification.
in a 1Q action, yeah.
I think that's a really great point, Jill. You know, we have the small donation box where there's little things, but we have had people contact me and Historic for larger gifts, or
Yes.
donations, especially at the end of the year for year-end giving. And because we don't have that 501c3, we're not able to provide that, tax.
That avenue.
Yeah, we just don't have the ability.
Yeah, I was talking about very large donations, like if somebody
Planned
had
giving.
the historical commission in their will.
Yeah,
So I'm not talking about $10,
Yeah.
right.
the larger ones. And we've not encountered that yet, but we don't know.
But we have had people just ask the basic questions, and as soon as they realize we're not
Yeah.
situated for that, we
Correct.
don't know what those potential gifts would have been.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be good to add as like an action item for a quarterly breakdown. I think in the first quarter, explicitly state, like, at a bare minimum, kind of explore 501c options.
Item 3.
Yeah, we could do item 3 or item 10.
Explore,
Explore 501c3 options.
501c3.
C3. Okay.
Is it lowercase c?
Yeah, and they're both bracketed, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Oh, not there. You're in here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oop. I'm all over the place.
All right. So now, 5, we can go back up, communications. Any changes, updates, questions, comments here?
This might be where Maureen has.
Well, she wanted to talk about the stroll and scroll.
Yeah, it's
That is
item E.
Item E.
Yeah.
Which has extra spaces at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, can we move to implement? Yeah. But any other details here? Or does Maureen want to say anything additional about?
I would like to hear what she was saying earlier
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, I'm up about
Yeah.
what topic are we on? Scroll?
Yeah.
Well, right now we are still waiting for input from the building department to finish the text, but we have the basics, and I walked the major historic sites in original town Superior. It's very easy. You use town hall as the starting point, and you can either go to Asti and then the fire station, then Grasso, then back to town hall, or you can do it clockwise, town hall to Grasso to fire station to Asti. All of that is about 6/10 of a mile, and you can do it in 30 minutes. So the map that Combs uses for the open house announcement is accurate. Karen gave us some good info from Apple Maps. It shows what homes were lost in the fire. We have some before and after views, and Dalton found some on Google Street View. If we want to use those, we will need copyright permission though. So it brings up the question of the policy here at Town of Superior with copyright permissions. Then to do the cemetery, it's a lot more complicated. It's not immediately apparent if you just type in the address. It takes some work. So my walking partner and I started at Town Hall, and we used Garmin Connect, and we had 2 different routes. The ADA compliant is about 0.96 miles. It's a bit longer because of the ramps and the easy grades to get across all the streets. Then the non-compliant is only 0.86. Pretty easy to do because you're taking stairs and other shortcuts. You can do both of them round trip in about 45 minutes, but we decided you definitely need a good map to get up there. You're crossing so many streets. It's not real apparent, and Town Hall is the best central landmark. You're going to need to work on that. In theory, you could do all these historic sites in one day if you had 2 or 3 hours and the weather was good. I'm not quite sure how you do original town if you were in a wheelchair. We found that the streets didn't have sidewalks yet. down on William when we were between the fire station and Grasso. Lots of building going on. But we just need very good maps now and copyright permission to use them.
I wonder if there couldn't be sort of an auxiliary part to include Founders Park with the historical information there for people who had more time or whatever.
Yeah. Original town and cemetery.
Just the basic historical information.
Do we have this in one of the quarterly breakdowns where it's?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have it in the first quarter for 7.
Yeah, I like this concept. I like Maureen's building upon it and fleshing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll volunteer Dan again if we have to do a copyright review.
Yeah.
He's done that for us before.
There's approaches we can.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
approaches we can, exactly.
We can figure out.
Given this is his livelihood.
Including
we'll
if we
just-
have to ask town GIS to
Yeah.
make us something special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
All right. Any other items for communications? Okay, so quarterly breakdown, very first quarter. I know we've had a couple of different notes here. The very first one is going to be adding a new item, which would be create the
Here.
work group for, create a work group. For a preservation plan. And then we can have the Colorado Preservation Inc., yep. Should we do create a work group for the development of a preservation plan?
Or to kick off, or to start
It's not for the
structuring.
development, it's for
Let's
the.
develop a framework.
Let's use create.
Create.
Create a
yeah.
framework.
Maureen has a couple other things about communication.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
Can we just do that?
Mhm.
Talk about communication. Center. Okay, you talk.
I turn on what pulpit when I'm 6-month project?
Yeah.
Well, I believe we need to have a long lead time to publicize our events. If we're talking about next spring, we need to finalize no later than this December. It's to meet the deadlines for Hello Superior and the Pros seasonal newsletter. Then we have the October fall event, which we should finalize in April. I believe we voted on that for funding in June to get it going this October. And the same is true for the Marshall Fire Memorial and all the events around that. We're going to need to plan out, but I haven't heard much about it. Is that basically a CAPS decision when everything will happen?
It's not CAPS, it's the Marshall Fire Remembrance Subcommittee, which is a member from all of the advisory groups.
So do we have a general events planning item in any of these quarterly breakdowns? Should we put that in quarter 1?
Yeah, I don't think so. So just kind of establish a timeline for events planning.
Right, like.
Well, I did wonder if we could get a picture of the Marshall Fire exhibit from Asti Museum and have comms run it on the announcement for the museum open day. We should do something other than the historic bedroom. But I thought since the Marshall exhibit was basically complete, we should show a picture of it. People will be thinking of it now. We could use it in the December announcement, and once in a while during 2026, people will want to hear about it. Newcomers won't always know.
I do know, at least for like the Marshall Fire, I think part of the reason we haven't included photos in that is we're waiting on the displays.
Right.
Yeah.
But we do have enough that we
Yeah.
could take images of like the display case with the recovered tools or that big ember
Yeah.
or something.
Well, and we have the other, the ones we used to put out in front of Grasso too, the part of the sewing machine
Yeah.
and that kind, if we wanted to.
So I made a note that I or Isaac could maybe go get some photos if everyone's okay with that to use
Yeah.
for the Open Museum publicity for December.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Okay.
I don't know if that needs to be in here, but
I don't know if that needs its own.
yeah, that was a side
item,
note, I
yeah.
think, yeah.
Okay.
No, my related question was still, do we need to have a general, let's lay out what the possible, all the possible events and event potential timelines are as part of like a first of the year, first quarter meeting? Because right now they're kind of scattered throughout
Yeah.
here, and we don't want to get like third quarter and find out, oh yeah, we had this event listed for third quarter.
I mean, we could do in that 10, yep.
There you go.
Layout event timeline for 2026.
If we think it's needed, I mean, otherwise
think
we
that'd
do
be
have
good.
this plan that has a lot of
Yeah.
things in
I
it.
tell you what, when you get the final copy, I will put it into an Excel spreadsheet with a pivot table
Oh.
that has alerts on it.
Pivot table.
Pivot
Perfect.
tables. My inner
Spreadsheet
project
girl.
manager will come out.
Is there anything in this first quarter that talks about planning the spring program?
No, that's
I
maybe.
thought there was,
I thought there was as well.
Yeah,
maybe it didn't make it to the news.
Yeah, you were for 6.
wait a minute, I just read it somewhere here.
Yeah.
Item 6.
Oh yeah,
under
begin
54.
planning process and securing a
Well,
speaker.
Yeah.
6,
Yeah, there it
No,
is.
it's seven now.
item
It's seven
6,
now.
No, it's
begin
Seven.
planning
Yeah, item
process.
6.
Okay, so yeah,
Security of
it's
speaker.
7 that you're planning. But I think what Maureen's saying is, so down in fourth quarter, she's wanting to begin plans
Oh.
for spring program in
Oh, okay.
2027, which
Yes.
is here.
Yeah.
right.
So that basically, so in 2026, we're not quite at that 6-month advance that she's recommending, but
But we do have.
you're
that.
working towards
Yeah.
it, it looks like.
Okay.
I think that's good. And then I do like having on that line 10, layout and event timeline for 2026.
Assigned to Jill.
All right.
We don't name names in the plan.
Yeah.
Assigned to she who shall not be named.
2027 or
2026,
Six.
yeah. Okay. Any other items as far as first quarter?
Yeah, so there was a question at the original number 5 about keeping or not organized meetings with historic museums, Lafayette and Louisville. And someone else had put question marks by that. Is it still needed? And my question is still, well, what are they used for? And
Have we been doing
drive
that?
the need.
We haven't done it for years. The idea was to get the 3 museums together and just share what each is doing and what's going on and how we support each other and that sort of thing. And if you want to keep it, I got a couple of questions. If you don't want to keep it, I won't waste time.
Well, the only reason to keep it is if they are doing some specific thing, and that doesn't indicate what those things are. What's the goal of those meetings?
Most just communication, because we have so many things that we do that are similar and ways we can support each other.
So should we just rephrase that as check in on, or should that be moved up to outreach and education or communication?
Maybe so.
And then it's simply check in and coordinate with instead of hold meetings.
Yeah.
That works with me. Because that's kind of an overarching thing. It doesn't have to be first quarter.
I mean, it could be, something could be added here.
Here's our problem with
Yeah.
that, and that's why I was gonna bring this up with people today, you people today, and that is that we're all three museums are open on Saturday. So we can't get to each other's museums, and we can't have a meeting on a Saturday.
Okay.
And the Louisville and Lafayette museums are open, is it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I think? So it takes out those days to have the three museums get together. So in other words, one reason why it hasn't happened, I think, is because of the logistics, and maybe it's preventative.
Well, we could set one of our, maybe coordinate one of our working sessions with them, set up a specific.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about this, I was thinking of adding in the Broomfield museums too, but we get, a lot of times, you know, we get to talking and say, well, like I was at Lafayette a couple of days ago, and I asked her again about getting a mushroom hat. And, oh yeah, so you know, we need a lunch pail. And someone says, well, I've got 3 lunch pails at our museum. And so, oh, there's, look at that creature, not Jason, of course.
So is any of that discussed, or does any of those things come up at AmFRAM meetings, or are those just too big?
Yeah, it's a different.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're too varied, I think, for this purpose.
So.
I think move it up to the, one of those other sections.
I think that'd be good.
Yeah, so cut
So
out
I'm
your,
moving this
And then, then try again to get them together.
to where?
I would almost say assign a liaison to local Boulder County museums. So someone actually reaches out and says, hey, want to get
put that
together.
in outreach.
Yeah.
Well, with that specific
I think
in
that's-
action, let's leave it here in Q1 then.
Yeah.
And just say, change it instead of organizing meetings, say, as Jill said, assign a liaison.
And I would narrow it down from Boulder County, because you're gonna get, it's too broad.
Yep.
It's too
Yeah.
broad.
I'd
Yeah.
say Lafayette, Louisville, I think including Broomfield would be valuable. I think Golden's too far away.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I would too. Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, so what am I saying?
Assign a superior historical liaison with the historic museums in Lafayette, Louisville, and
And
Broomfield.
Period.
Yeah. And then we can cut the question.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's still the question at the end of the now number 7
Yeah.
to be
Should
addressed.
this be done sooner? I think we can probably cut that.
Cut the whole thing?
Oh no, just the question. Should this be done sooner?
We have addressed the need for
Yeah.
sooner stuff for the following year. We can't do anything about it this year.
Yeah. Unless some's working on a time travel machine they haven't mentioned.
I might be in the future, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then there was a question on this one.
And didn't that come back to the historic preservation plan? The
Explore the
historic
National Register nomination.
Register, National Register.
No,
Oh.
I think that we've been, that's a continuing item that hinges on what we're doing with the trails
Okay.
thing, and we've always been waiting for the trails thing to
Yeah.
proceed first before we push that. Am I looking at the, yeah, yeah. Yep.
Continue to. Then we can remove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, question marks
Yeah.
not needed.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so on to second quarter. No, just being mindful of time, we still have a lot to discuss. But any other kind of questions, comments here?
Do we, if we open the cemetery 4 times a year, do we just still do a tombstone tour?
Possibly, because it was kind of nice to have it on All Souls Day this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny how it worked out.
Make it more of an event.
Yeah. No, I like that idea.
So on a different day than museum opening days, huh?
Yes.
Well, it's something to be
So it should be a
considered.
weekend though, I think.
Yeah, I liked Larry's comment when we were talking about this on emails, that it's really too much, I think, to have the museums open and the cemetery on the same day. It requires too much staff. And if any of us are gone, then we don't have enough.
Well, we were still talking about maybe enlisting others like Nancy, or if we can.
I mean, I think
And Heather,
we could align it with, for example, you know, some holiday that's going on in that quarter. And I'm saying like, you've got Easter, you've got Memorial Day, you got Labor Day and Veterans Day.
So
Those would be four
I'm gonna make a,
events where the cemetery could be open. That's just one suggestion.
so I would almost say go to 3 times instead of 4, so you're doing it every 4 months.
Agreed.
I don't see us standing out there in February, let's be honest, right?
Are the signs that we just got printed say quarterly?
Okay, then we stick to
Sorry.
quarterly. No, weather permitting.
Yes.
But we had at least 3 when Mary and I were at ASTI who were making the rounds.
And so
Because so much
enthusiastic.
was open.
I agree.
Yeah.
So,
Makes sense, yeah.
so while we may be thin, I'd rather fly solo at one place.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I thought it really drew people in, because it's, you know, we had people go, oh, that's open too, I'm gonna head over there.
Right, because we're already out.
We're out and about, this is cool, I'm in this mode. Versus
The only
doing
thing I
it
would
another
add to
day.
that too is I think the marketing is a little more, it's simpler when it says the
Yeah.
museums and the cemetery. You know,
Yeah.
if it's, the museums are open this day, cemetery's open this
Yep.
day, it starts getting a little
Yeah.
confusing.
And I agree with what Maureen said earlier, which is that we have to do cancellations due to weather, then we're canceling, we know, for both of them at
Yeah.
once, instead of,
Yeah.
we have to watch out for the cemetery for closing, we have to watch out for the museums for closing.
Yeah.
And just for the sake of time, I will need some dates to get onto the website, but I don't think we have to do that today.
Okay.
Okay.
well, you sent those dates out that we reacted to.
Well, that was just to leadership,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
just a preliminary conversation.
And none of this will stop us if we want to do special cemetery
Yeah.
days,
Yeah.
just like we do.
Just like today.
Right,
Not
or,
teasing.
or if, like, the 4th of July thing,
Yeah.
you wanna like
4th of
do
July,
the
Veterans Day,
cemetery,
Memorial
right,
Day.
any of those, right?
Yeah. Good point. Can always add more.
Yep.
And I mean, the All Saints Day is on a Sunday this year too. Halloween's coming up. It'll be on a Sunday, and Halloween is on a Saturday.
Well, we have Halloween this year then, perfect.
Yeah, so. So we do have options for a good Tombstone tour. Okay, but anything else for second quarter? All right, third quarter, one thing was that floating 4.
Which we have done. Number 6, I just wondered, because you redid the greeting cards for me, Rita sent thank you notes, and one of them she sent was the town hall, an original picture of the old town hall. I'm wondering, is there anything, I mean, I know, is it the Public Works use it or something, and it's been added onto and all that, but isn't the fire bell still outside, and shouldn't we sort of look into it a little bit more as an interesting historical property?
Town hall.
The old town hall. And could this be another discussion for next year sometime? That's fine too.
I think we need to look at that one, is it still even recognizable as a historic structure? We want
Not
to examine
really.
that more carefully, because I would have never guessed until someone said it was. You know, just by looking at it, it's so transformed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So we have this develop the preservation plan.
Which doesn't need to be there if we're dealing with.
We could probably cut
Got
that.
the work group.
And we know that we can't actually do the entire plan. If we go back up to that though, I'd like to clarify the language for that in Q1 really quickly. at the top.
Yeah, create a work group.
Create a framework to, it's not actually the framework for the preservation plan. So create a work group to create, yeah.
I know, I was trying to avoid the two create.
Establish a work group to
Establish a
create.
work group.
Establish a work group to create a framework for the, frameworks, I don't know, identifying the purpose or setting the purpose and need for a preservation plan. Because we're really not going to outline what the preservation plan is in this.
So create a work group to establish a
framework of the purpose and need for a preservation plan. Something a little half step farther back than what we're doing.
Okay.
How about framework for the purpose?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, for. Of a, it's the other way around, so, of a preservation plan, yeah. Anyway, that's good enough.
Oof, that's me.
The outline of
Oh,
the concept.
Of a preservation plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, good enough.
So then back down to third quarter, we can probably cut item 6 then, and then the floating 4, and then we have the host the annual tombstone tour if conditions allow. Are we thinking we should do that for the fourth quarter, tied in with Halloween, All Saints Day?
Yeah, I
We
actually.
need to start planning
So it
it
would be
here
the
now.
planning.
Yeah.
So plan to host or something like that. Make plans for hosting.
The only thing is in second quarter, we have plan for and coordinate logistics for annual tombstone.
Oh,
do it.
So-
so
that's
cut
good,
this.
We
we're
can
done.
probably cut that then,
Yeah.
if we have it in second quarter.
Cut that.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a light third quarter.
That's okay, a lot of people are.
We'll be catching up from.
Yeah, from the first 2 quarters.
We'll be exhausted by then.
Yeah.
There's a lot of vacation in that season.
Yeah,
And besides, there's July 4th and there's
yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
school
Okay.
trips.
and fourth quarter,
Can we go back to third quarter for a minute?
yep,
Number 5, is that even possible anymore?
the Louisville Labor Day Parade.
Yeah.
Yes, we just need a driver that's, and the permission from the town to have the driver. Even, this year it was held up because we thought we were gonna have veterans riding, which didn't happen, so it was sort of a wasted opportunity, I thought. But, so it's still a possibility, I'm sure, isn't it?
Yeah,
answer
it is.
Karen's
It's
question.
just, it's a little complicated because we're driving out of city or town.
Yeah.
And we have to have a
So-
staff person participate, which means
Technically,
they have to
we
take
do
a
for
holiday to do
insurance
it.
purposes and stuff.
Yeah, because the
But-
staff person has to take a holiday to do it.
But we had 2 or 3 years, our staff person was a volunteer, Mr. Dorsey.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be a town staff.
Co-pilot
It
Mr.
really
Wallace.
technically is.
Was I there?
I think the rules, I think the rules
I
change.
run
Physically.
Jake break, yeah.
Then should we, if
I
we can't,
think, so I think
Don't even
commission got the
as far as
green
I'm
light
concerned,
to
yeah,
do local short trips to and from the museum and things like that. But once we are out
Outside of Superior.
and about and driving
okay,
longer distances and things like that, technically it should be staff
I'll leave it
because
off.
of insurance purposes.
couldn't we then have, as part of the budget, and maybe it's too late for 26, but for 27, schedule a budget so we can pay someone to work that day, a staff person.
That wouldn't be part of our budget anyway.
Yeah.
So that like makes them give up their Labor Day. I
Well,
mean,
no, we'd have to ask them to do that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Because
right now,
otherwise, the truck sits there, except for once a year, which is sort of silly.
What about, like the tombstone? You got a lot of attention when you brought it all together on a day. You pull out the fire truck and park it at Asti.
I mean,
And you
we
promote that the
used to
fire
do
truck's
that,
out
but
every other
Yeah.
month, or,
I still
Three,
like
yeah.
showing it at Louisville, and
I
they
do
were
too, I
always,
just.
they loved having it as
Yeah.
well.
I'm just thinking no cost alternatives to your
Yeah.
point of it's locked up
I mean, the
11 months of the year.
fire
I
department, they
think
loved having
everybody's
our
in
truck.
agreement with you, staff included. I think it just gets complicated because it is a holiday and there's a lot. But I think would say leave it so
Yeah.
that we can always continue to plan for it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
hope that it comes together.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then in the meantime, I
Could
think
you
I
even-
need to push harder to
Yeah.
get more staff trained to drive.
Coordinate opportunities, right? To present fire truck throughout the community. Because that seems to be
Last year, remember y'all used to bring it out every warm day to open
Yeah,
museum
at the
day,
museum
right?
days, yeah.
Yeah, but it's taken, I have to open up one of the
We have
museums.
two different
and,
museums.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
have to go a
complicated
lot
too.
earlier to
Yeah.
get the truck out first or something
Yeah.
like that, but need to
Yeah.
work on that.
Just for the
Yeah, I don't
sake
mean
of
to-
time, it's 11:37,
Yeah.
just
And
so.
we're on 3A1. Fourth quarter, any details, changes there? Hearing none. All right.
You're gonna have the tombstone tour.
Yeah, we have in quarter two. Do we want to have a line item that we will host the tombstone tour?
In Q4?
Yeah. Post-fall program.
Those fall program and tombstone
Yeah, the
tour.
6th host.
Yeah, it's gonna be in there.
We had coordinate and plan for
That's the
it.
coordinate and plan it, and
Yeah.
then this is the actual post.
Yeah, it was in the other version, but it wasn't in the one.
Okay.
And then Dalton, so I guess you, technically you all need to, are we voting on today, or do you wanna look at it next month and
I think we
finalize
can
it?
clean all this up and then we can finalize it for next month.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah, I think a cleaned up copy would be good.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So, all good with annual work plan discussions?
Yep.
We'll have clean version, present that for next month, and then we can vote on that then. Okay. Next, December meeting and possible holiday luncheon. So do we have any potential dates, or ideas with
I
this?
will say the 19th is not good, I agree with that. It needs to be earlier if we're going to do it.
Mhm.
so last year you met on your normal meeting date, you met for an hour in here, and then you adjourned, and then you went over to PJ's for the
Yeah.
second hour.
Mhm.
That's what you did last year,
So this luncheon, you're talking about going out to a restaurant somewhere?
like we did last year,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Sounds
That's,
good to me.
but it's up to you guys.
No.
You don't have to do it at all, you don't have to have a meeting at all, there's a lot, there's so many options.
I think it's good to still have a meeting on the last month.
Definitely, we've got a lot to do.
If we keep the 19th, I'd probably have to call in if I can make it.
Okay. I know, I'm available on the 19th.
Yeah, I am as well.
Could we just, to simplify time, have our meeting, because probably a lot of this can be perhaps postponed, and just have more than just cookies or something, have a little bit of a more festive thing
Well,
right
that's
here,
where,
right here.
or would you want to go out to lunch then, after?
It would depend how much time we have. Really,
Okay.
I don't
We'd have
care.
to like cater or whatever, or.
Well, I don't know,
Potluck.
I just,
See, I think there's budget for us to go out if we want.
Yeah, I think.
yeah, I know.
Do
So
what we
if
did
you
last year.
go out, you use your own budget. If you
Okay.
eat in and you're working and eating in a traditional meeting, then it's the
Okay.
town budget.
Uh-huh.
Spice of Life Catering.
I like what we did last year. I think we need to adjourn the meeting in time so you get into a restaurant in a timely fashion, so you're not waiting. You know, if you make a reservation, they were waiting last year.
Yeah, it's
We
nice
took
that
too long.
PJ's is so close.
Yeah.
Or we could.
But we
the
only
town
have
station.
$48.80 left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless people are comfortable going Dutch.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
or-
you have your, you have reserves. And you
Or-
have your donation account.
Okay.
or we could have sandwiches from Panera or something.
Well, personally, I think we need to get out and away from here and into a different venue, if you will. And so we're separated from our meeting, and we're just out there amongst friends doing whatever.
Yeah, I agree, and we'll just each pay for our own.
Well, yeah, I don't have a problem
You have
paying for
budget.
it.
Well, we can do the reserve or the donations if we want to.
And I think, and that could be another thing that you discuss, because, either one is fine.
Okay.
Okay, let's do what we did last year.
Yep.
Yeah, where do you want to
Scott,
go?
will you be all right missing the luncheon?
Yeah.
Where would you want to go? Because I have to include that in the work session
Well,
as
since-
well.
What are our choices?
Wherever you want to go.
You should go to
There aren't a lot
barbecue
of
since I'm not
choices.
gonna be here.
Go to Scott's least favorite restaurant.
Well, I just would recommend someplace over there that's close for everyone, whether it's
Yes.
the diner or the Mexican restaurant.
Or the Asian restaurant.
Yeah, or the Asian restaurant.
The Asian restaurant's surprisingly good. I would recommend that, even though I'm not.
Okay.
It is surprisingly good.
Up and down, I think, in my opinion, but.
Anyone have a strong preference? I'm fine with any of them. The Asian, Mexican, or PJs.
Go to a sushi place.
That's not close, Wally.
That might offend,
Just like right over there.
Yeah, that's
The
all
sushi
more-
place is by Target.
Oh, that's all more for me.
We could use the, you could use the town hall location for that.
Y'all get hot dogs at Costco.
Save that food.
We can do a vote over email if we're not
Sure.
able to decide right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why don't we do that? We'll vote over
I
email
like
for the location. Okay.
PJ's is
So we
fine.
will meet
I'm
here
all for
first,
it.
though?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll meet here first, normal time on the
So
19th.
10 to 11,
Yeah,
regular meeting, 11 to 12 work session / holiday luncheon.
yeah.
Okay, work session, huh?
Well, it's a work session because you're all together and it's,
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
and you don't have to.
Okay.
Yep.
And,
you don't have to work.
okay. So I think
Just
that's
work on
all
cutting your food.
detailed cemetery quarterly 2026 open days and hours. We've kind of touched on this, I think.
think we
already.
have, yeah.
Upcoming events, December 6th, open museum, 10 a.m. to 2. I should be able to be around at least for first shift. Anyone?
Usual,
Okay.
usual crew?
Okay.
Crews, anybody unavailable that day? Okay, good.
Hearing none. December 12th, work session, usual crew for that.
I won't be available.
So
Okay.
I'm out of town the 12th, but
Okay.
this month we moved it because I was out of town.
We can cancel this
Well,
one too.
well, my suggestion was gonna be move it to the 5th and we could put up a little Christmas tree. We got the ornaments. We put the Christmas tree at Aspen.
I think didn't you
If
all
we moved it
decide
to the
just to
5th.
leave them out?
Yeah, but we can set up the exhibit, whatever it is, Christmas,
Ornaments,
yes, Christmas display if we moved it to the 5th.
That
Well,
sounds,
let's do that.
yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so I'll get it changed through comms.
Okay, so December 5th. And at 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's 10,
Okay.
we always do 10 to 12 at ASTI and
Yeah.
like last month we did a field trip.
Okay.
Um,
That'll just be moved to the 5th. All right, general updates and debriefing. November 1st, open museum and cemetery. I know with Scott and I, at least at the cemetery, we had around 20 people.
We had exactly 20.
Yep, who came. They were all very engaged. People were there for a decent amount of time too.
They were, and that also included some family members
yeah.
from the Spicer family.
And I know that when Mary and I took over from Karen and Wally, we were hopping at ASTI.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a steady flow of.
The weather was unseasonably good though.
Yeah.
I know, it was very good.
Count
for the
our
cemetery.
blessings.
Yeah.
I passed all those numbers on to JG, so they are and been recorded or whatever, so we had good turnout all the way along.
Any other details there for?
The work session, actually, we went to
We
the
had a
storage
field
unit
trip.
and survived.
I sent you a note, JG, on a couple items that we need input on. And you were on vacation when it was sent, so. Things like there's a burnt sign that we think may be toxic.
Oh,
Because of it was a plastic resin type sign.
In storage?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because we were like, well, we could hang it do different things with it, and then they're like, yeah, maybe not, such a good idea, Jill. So, and then there's the old cream separator we need to make a decision about.
Yeah.
I think we're the two items. And we moved a whole bunch of things back to ASTI storage and to put on display.
And found things you've been looking for.
Yeah, we closed out our MIA items
That's
from,
great.
from the first
That's
50 on catalog it, so. Good. So yeah, if you could check that, and then probably January, February agenda item to make a decision on the cream separator.
Now, my old one, you talking about the one that was in the fire?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that needs
Yeah,
to be
they're
cleaned up.
both old by age, but.
Well,
So we would not have anything on display that's not behind glass that people could touch or anything, right?
Well, this is a little
It's
big to
huge.
put behind glass.
Yeah, that's.
Where would it be?
Very heavy.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah.
Where, that's exactly, what would we do with this, how would we put it out?
It's
Would it
very
be
damaged.
outside?
It's very
Yeah.
damaged.
Well, it always
It's very
had to-
damaged, I
Can't
think it
be
might be,
outside.
I think it
Bubble
might be worth
blaster
a
on it.
really good quality photograph
Or take it to the recycle.
and
And we have
recycle
another-
it, yeah.
Huh?
But
And we
get
have
some-
another,
Well,
we
if you
have
could
a
get
good-
some photos to put in the Marshall
Yeah.
Fire exhibit of it, but
Yeah,
I think
that'd be good.
displaying it is
just too difficult.
cumbersome,
Yeah.
but I also think it tells a good story. So, but we need to decide on that one,
Okay.
so,
I made a note to put it on the January agenda.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the sign,
Definitely
someone
has to
just
be
needs to
cleaned
go look at and determine
Give it a good sniff and see.
if you volunteering.
I'm not for me. We can have Isaac when he's taking photos.
But I started to unwrap it and I was warned not to, so I got a little overzealous.
All right.
Budget report.
Yep, so next, and also just being mindful of time, it's 11:46. We have staff updates. What are our thoughts with others? Should we just move the other items to December? And we can focus on those then, and then we can also do the vote on the annual work plan.
Just the one thing is, we don't have the date for the NFRAM meeting, it's going to be a social, I haven't had a date yet, have you? And
I
that would,
haven't seen anything.
that would be after the next meeting,
Oh.
but we could just communicate with email.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
I thought we weren't voting on the work plan till December.
Yeah, that'd be the vote
Yeah.
in December,
Oh.
yeah. And then we'll just touch on all these other items, we'll kind of just
Yeah.
move them to December.
Mine will just take literally a minute, so if you wanna touch
Okay,
on some of them.
sure, let's see
Well,
staff
because the
updates.
budget report you already have.
Mhm.
But I do wanna just say that, traditionally, as you know, the donation amount does not roll over, but just like last year, I'm willing to do that thing where we make a notation,
Mhm.
a pretend roll, and then we just kinda earmark it out of the arts and history budget
Okay.
next year, which I'm totally fine doing, because I don't think it's fair for you to feel pressured to spend that down.
Or should we really go all out for the luncheon?
Yeah. Or you do that, because I do wanna also note that we carried over, we notated $186 last year that's in the reserve. I don't mind putting the 220 in reserve, but that reserve is just growing.
Yeah.
And I know that you need time to eventually have a plan for that, but, where would you like to spend for your luncheon? Like, do you want it out of reserve, and
I mean, we
do you have a
could,
plan for that donation amount?
mandate everyone has one margarita at the Mexican place for the luncheon.
No alcohol, no alcohol.
Come on.
Or you can have it, just
Yeah.
not out of the budget.
Out of a 5-gallon pail or what?
I mean, I think we can at least use that for the luncheon. And I think we're gonna decide via email, like, what's the best location, but I think we should do that pretty quickly.
Yep.
All right. And then the only other thing, and I mentioned it in the email, is, you know, the privy is done, completely done. I did just, I made kind of an executive decision without you to have it painted, because it would essentially mean you're out painting next week. And it could be cold and icky, and it was just easy because they were out there finishing the work, and I said, just paint it, so.
Good.
That expense will be, unless you wanna take it out of reserve, it'll come out of arts and history. So you're paying for the restoration work, which is the 1,800, which is still in there as pending, because I've not been invoiced yet. And then the painting and the rest of the prep work was 1,500. Okay? But it's done and it's beautiful.
Who did the painting?
Hmm?
Who did the painting?
The same company, Deep Roots.
Okay.
So now when you say it's done, is the interior of that done as well?
I believe.
Yeah. The
You
reason I'm
should
saying
check it out,
that,
Wally.
well, the reason I'm saying that is if we're gonna have that, then that should be open maybe during the museum time so people can look in it. And it absolutely has to have signs in it, do not use.
Yeah,
And I'm very adamant about that because somebody won't try it. We can't have a Sears Roebuck catalog in there or that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
There is a lock on it, and the other thing I wanna mention
Same
is that
combination.
Carol Affleck, who has been extremely wonderful, gracious, and giving of so much of her time consulting throughout this entire project. Mary's got it on her radar to send a thank you. The Questers
Yes.
that Carol is also a part of has donated $200 towards the paint.
Oh, wow.
That check will not be coming to the town. We're working it through Deep Roots. So Deep Roots is gonna just earmark that $200 for the Questers, so they'll just pay it directly. But we do need to note it, that the Questers put a $200 towards that project.
Oh, absolutely.
To answer Wally's question, they did the inside, I don't know if it's completely finished, because they built the seat and everything out of wood and then put concrete, what I'm trying to say, cement board around the base, so it looks like cement.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
But
from
I don't
what
know
I
if it got completely
understand, they
finished.
were supposed to have finished it. Does somebody wanna take a look?
Yeah.
Okay,
Take a look.
cause I wouldn't know.
So Dalton, which other items, all other items you're suggesting we push for
I
in
think,
December?
yeah, because it's 11:54.
Yeah, so pull
I have a
something
hard
out to
stop
talk
at noon.
about.
No.
Want to pull something out to talk about?
Is there
I
anything?
think we already did, we covered some of these things.
I know a lot of these we've
Yeah.
already kind
I
of
think,
touched on
yeah, I
at
think
least.
you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good going on that privy project there, JG.
And Carol?
Yeah, she's not here. I gotta get a picture of that and send it over to Broomfield so I can see what it looks like now after they
I
donated
could
it.
probably, while we're wrapping up here, I think I've got it, I can pull it up, so.
What you got?
If you all peek in, I was so surprised, the privy part itself is at an angle, which I have never seen in an outhouse before. It's really, it's quite an interesting.
Does it require a vote to move those other items to December, or can we just?
Oh, to have this as like a modified.
Executive decision over there.
I know, do we need to like modify the agenda accordingly, have a vote on it, or are we all right just for a kind of parliamentarian status, just having these? I mean, we did inadvertently talk about.
Many of them.
Yeah, many of them already. I think we're probably okay.
What didn't get done on the privy is they shingled the roof before they put up the vent pipe, so the vent pipe is inside. And hopefully it won't be necessary if all his signs come true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying broken heart that we didn't get to paint it.
Oh, man,
There it is.
that's a bad attitude.
I know it.
There it is.
Well, historically, they didn't have a vent pipe anyway, they just had the little moon cut out on the side or the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never had any piping. Once we had it, was all
It's got
You
vents
just have
up down by the floor
moon,
too.
the half moon cut out.
That and you left the door open.
No, that too.
It was only in the summer.
How many did you tip over on Halloween, Wally?
We won't go
Do we
there.
have other topics for rounding up, or?
I don't think so. I think, are we all?
I actually just got an email from the affiliate network at History Colorado. And apparently, just as an FYI, if you are attending their events online, we should be asking for a code because they are free with our membership.
Yes.
And they are discounted for any traveling to exhibitions and getting reproduction of photographs,
Oh,
which I did not realize was
Yeah.
benefits, so.
Well, the traveling exhibitions we were relying on, hopefully, if you could identify what they
Yeah.
are.
Yes, exactly, so that's where I'm going, is what questions, because I've been attending some of the Zoom calls and just paying registration. So, I've probably spent $50, right?
Okay.
But but I've just been paying, I'd rather have my $50 for the margaritas. I'll buy, right? But I wanted to make people aware of that, and then if we want to ask what those are.
Well, it's already on our agenda, and we've been
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
follow up on it.
Yep, so, okay, I'll ask again, because this guy was really, really on it compared to the other meetings where they were
Okay.
very focused on the topic, not on the
Yeah.
members, so, okay.
So we need to know that code.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
WSHC.
ask is how do we use the code? And then what are the traveling exhibitions?
Well, thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
In a similar vein, I've had some preliminary emails about the Colorado Preservation Inc., the Preservation Conference, going to be the first part of February in Denver, I think it's the Sheraton down by the old Stapleton down in Quebec.
Okay.
So I'll keep you up to date on that, put on the next month's agenda.
Yes.
Jill, when you ask that question,
Uh-huh.
can you ask if there's any policies about, like, your museum space in order to take part in the traveling? Because,
Yep.
we don't have climate control, there's certain things we
Yeah.
don't
A
have.
lot of those exhibits don't include artifacts.
True,
Well, they
Yeah.
don't, okay.
but just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have their conditions
Yeah.
requirements.
Yeah.
Clear.
On that note, I move to adjourn.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Take it, Wally.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, meeting is adjourned.
Eyes are both.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Recording stopped.